Hey, what's up guys? Phoenix here. This video is going to be another YGOpro duel video, and this time it is going to be with some Ritual Beast versus PK Fire or Burning Abyss Phantom Knight games. Now this is a very untested, very much alpha build of Ritual Beasts that I am testing, utilizing triple copies of Ritual Beast Return to be an extender, another starter card. It combos very well with Rampangu, with Kanahawk, with Goldsark. It essentially means that you have more copies of starter cards like Elder. You now effectively have a lot of different combinations of starter cards that you can open with in the form of, you can open Elder Kanahawk, Elder Rampangu, you can open Win Goldsark, you can open Kanahawk Return, Rampangu Return, Goldsark Return. There's so many different other factors and there's so many different opening combinations that you can actually get with this deck now that ultimately means that it should potentially have a better time at getting out of the early game. Now, like I said, this is a very alpha build. I haven't really tested it too heavily. In fact, haven't really tested it at all. I just know that I've played, a couple games with Ritual Beast Return, and I know the basic concepts of how the card is meant to operate and how it's very cool when it does actually operate. But there are some ideas that I have for this deck potentially brewing for the future. And just making the deck a bit more streamlined in the potential future as well. But anyway, I'm not going to waste any more time in this portion of the video because I played multiple games in this video with my friend, so the video is quite long. So we're testing this format out because it's what you guys asked for in comments on previous videos of multiple games, longer videos. So potentially we'll see how well this one goes in terms of feedback. So let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below and whether or not you enjoyed it or not. But other than that, that is going to be all for this little section of the video. Like I said, not going to waste too much more time because the video is kind of long, and let's just jump into the first game, shall we? Alright, so because I want the quality of these videos to hopefully be a little bit higher, and I also want them to be a bit longer with, some more in-depth technical play potential, I decided to, instead of playing randos, I'm playing with my friend Oz, and he will potentially be providing some actual competence on the other side of the table. And also, he's open to playing, other things as well. I tried this in the past, but it was definitely not with live duel commentary. So potentially this could be a bit better. If he decides to choose whether or not he wants to go first or second, he may have actually gone to do something like get something to drink or something. Who knows? Alright. But I'm playing with the Ritual Beast deck because I really like the concept of this. But ultimately, it seems to be I don't know. Seems to still be a bit of a glass cannon, even though this deck does have a much higher, yield in terms of being able to have starter cards because of Ritual Beast Return. But let's see, playing against PK Fire, it would appear he milled his tour guide, which is always an amazing feeling. But so now he has sent his Ancient Cloak. He's made a Dante using the Ragged Gloves and the Silent Boots. And he detached the Silent Boots and milled a different Ragged Gloves. Did he? At least I think. I want to check this. Oh, yeah, so he's playing multiple Ragged Gloves, which is not something you see a lot of. But discarding the Seer to rank up into Beatrice on top of Dante. Very interesting that he doesn't value that as highly as some people would in terms of valuing the Seer. But he's played this deck for ages, so he could potentially be trusted. My hand is ass, though. My hand is AIDS ass, balls ass, though. In fact, Win could actually probably be cut down now that actually this card exists. I didn't actually think about that when I was building the deck. But Win actually doesn't need to exist at 3 in the deck anymore because of the fact that this card exists and it gives Goldsark extra validity. But as it stands, this hand sucks balls. So we are going to get absolutely diddled on. Because he's going to be capable of doing something I'm pretty sure it's going to be Cow Cab to bounce one of my back row, so that he can just 100% undisputedly just deal with the other one in whatever way he wants to with either Grand Pulse or Break Sword, something like that. Oh no, he sent another Ancient Cloak. Interesting. I would have expected Cow Cab to be the line of play, but he might just actually have something like Twin Twister already in his hand that he didn't set. So there is easily potential for that. But otherwise, Lose a Turn is a card that I'm going to be trying to bank on letting me survive until the next turn. Is going to be the thing that I'm going to be trying to do there, because I've got Strike and I've got Lose a Turn, so I can potentially not die too terribly quickly, and that would be pretty cool if I don't die. But otherwise, I might die. I might actually die. And Lose the Turn actually conflicts a bit with this. I didn't actually think about it. I literally just like took some cards out of an old Ritual Beast deck and didn't really like meld it around this card too terribly much. And like Lose a Turn was in that build and stuff like that. So there could be a lot more done in terms of accessibility for like an actual good card pool for this deck. This is just something that's basically very, very much an alpha build in terms of what I've been building. In fact, I think Brain Research Lab, Oracle of Zephyra, and an additional copy of Zephyr and Pilica are probably warranted, because then that opens you up to terraformings. And Brain Research Lab as well just allows you, extra normal summons for psychics, which you have Winda in the deck, and you have other just capabilities of getting out of the early game if you utilize that small package, because you have Brain Research Lab to give you additional normal summons, so basically all of your tamers become Elder, even though it is a -1. And then you also have the potential for no, I do not want to activate it with that effect. I would love to switch this to defense mode. Is it not going to switch it to defense mode? Oh, it's leaving it in attack mode. Well, that's odd. I don't know what's going on here. Let's see. During the turn, a monster special summon. If an effect monster is special summoned, oh, this has to be face up for it to register the special summon. That's right. I remember how this card works now. But anyway, there's little packages that you can play in this deck, like Oracle of Zephyra with Brain Research Lab and Terraformings, so that you have access into higher quantities of cards that accelerate your early game, as well as cards that are just all around pretty damn good. But so I drew a Rampengu, so this is going to get Fog Bladed, and that's going to be a problem. But I will be able to banish his cost, yes? No, it does not banish as cost. But if he Farfas it, then I'm capable of Ritual Beast returning it anyway. Semantical plays. But if he sends Farfa here, he can banish this, and then I can use Ritual Beast Return to banish a win out of my hand and special it. There's a lot of different capabilities that I have, but it's not working out very highly in my favor. I could have striked the Farfa, but there's really no point to, because I can just do this. But my Rampengu is going to be negated, which is an interesting thing, but I can only activate... No, I can activate multiple of these in a turn. That's something noteworthy. You can activate multiple of these a turn. The only restriction is that your cards have the built-in summon restriction. So there is that. I'm pretty sure I just handily lose this game, though. I can't get out of the early game with this hand. I'm gonna have to Solemn Strike this Leviair, which is gonna suck as well. But yeah, I don't see any way that I really win this game unless I draw something absolutely broken. That's the thing. So I gotta draw something that's absolutely insane. But the Seer dies, he gets Dante back. Dante is gonna go in defense mode. Oh wait, no, Beatrice is at 1. Never mind. I was about to say he can put another Beatrice on top of it, but Beatrice is at 1. I almost forgot about that. But this gets to attack Rampengu, which dies. I get to normal summon win. I can normal summon win and go into another win and make Grand Pulse. What the fuck is this? Downer Magician? We're doing this shit again? We're doing the Downer Magician plays? Oh, what is this, 2014? I can't remember the last time this card was relevant. It was probably Nationals 2015, I think. That's the last time I can remember. Speed Recovery, the spicy tech. That's right. I forgot that he likes to play this card. So it specials the Terratop, and now if he has Takatomborg in hand, he gets to special it, and he gets to overlay into more shit. And here he can probably just make Grand Pulse and just stall with it. Oh, Break Sword as well. That's also an option. Because if Break Sword dies, it gets to float, so there's that. Ah! Well, this can special summon my Rampengu. But it's still just... He's going to get Fog Bladed. It's going to get Fog Bladed! I know that Fiendish Chain is set. It's been set since turn 1. Oh, no. This is an issue. Yep. I cannot win this game. Can't not win this game. So we are going to go to a different one because we have the capability to do so. And so I'm going to get to go first now. And so this is Elder Rampengu Macrocosmos. Well, plus E-Tele. This is a really good hand. Goddamn. I said girl goddamn. The only thing that would make this better is if this was D-Fissure instead of Macro, because then it would be able to, you know, do some other cool nonsense. But, so we'll banish one of these to send an Apelio to grave, and then we will make the Ulti Conahawk and get our stuff situated. So what we'll do is we'll return this and Rampengu, and this will tag out into the Rampengu and the Elder. Standard shenanigans. E-Tele is also an option as well, so I could potentially do some things with that, but it's not really going to be doing much, if I say so myself. So but I can search Steeds here, and the only thing I'm really going to be given an issue with is if he has something like Twin Twister. But so I'm banishing an ulti guy Peleo, and I'm going to send Winda to grave because that's an amazing thing to float into with your ambush. So there is that. Because what I'll be able to do is, let's see, this summons from extra deck, ignoring summoning conditions. So what I can do is I can special my Ulti Conahawk, but I'm actually really kind of afraid to, because I don't want it to die, but I can protect it with Steed's Macro, which is really good against this deck. So yeah, we'll go for it. Like, we'll just do it. It just seems pretty, like, fair to make the assumption that it's gonna like live. But so we'll put these in grave, and we will add an ambush. That way ambush can establish further plays. Well, actually, I'm not really afraid of it dying. That's right. The entire purpose of like this, like in the inclusion of Winda into the deck, is that Winda allows rank 4s to happen, which is huge, by the way, in case you didn't know. Winda with any of your other things can make ambush on your opponent's end phase into a rank 4 at the start of your turn, thus meaning that I basically, if this dies, I can ambush in the end phase, getting Apelio and Winda back, banish my Elder, then banish more cards, and then I can just make Emerald and then E-Tele and normal summon Apelio. So there is that. End of main phase. In the end phase, I'm going to activate my my Steedsums. I'm gonna activate Steeds. And then I'm going to chain Macrocosmos, so that Steeds will resolve on this. It does not go anywhere else, and then we'll activate Ambush on Winda and Fuck. It was supposed to be Winda Apelio, and Apelio could banish the Elder, and then I could tag this out. Damn it, I suck. I suck at Yu-Gi-Oh! Nobody tell my mom I suck at Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, well, first things first, I can activate this to put these two back in grave. It's not very economical, but it's just the easiest thing to do because that allows me to go Elder Apelio in hand. So that seems pretty good, right? Potentially. But I also could just go Diamond Dyer here after reloading with this. So there is that as well. But so we'll banish this, send Petalfin to my banish zone because Macro is up. Man, that's such a cool interaction. But the thing is, now that Macro is up, that means that if my Conahawk dies, then I will not be able to do anything about it in terms of whatchamadoodads. What's the term I'm thinking of? Emeralding it. That's it. That's the one. But so we're gonna make Lightning Chidori here because Lightning Chidori into one of these back rows seems really strong because I feel like he's waiting for me to activate Ulti Conahawk to like strike it. And so if I actually get rid of some of these cards, then that just seems pretty choice for me at this point. So I can normal summon this. I can normal summon this, and then I can activate this to banish just anything that doesn't really matter because I've got those names in circulation already. But might as well have multiples, right? It seems likely that multiples might be needed. But so what I'm capable of doing now is I can actually just tag this out into another Apelio if I wanted to, and that would be pretty cool. I can E-Tele here. I can go into Guy Apelio. There's a few different things I can do. What? Oh, I see. I see what's going on here. Why did it go back into my extra deck? The world may never know. Because I don't... Wait, what happened there? Why did it just not let me search? Why did it only give me one prompt? Did I already search? I did already search. That's right, so that's actually fine. I was losing my mind for a second, but what I do have capability of doing now is that I can just go back into it. And if that last card is something like Strike, then Got Me Duelist is the phrase that I believe we're gonna utilize. Is the Got Me Duelist phrase, the Got Me Duelist trading card. But so we'll do this. I haven't special summoned Elder yet this turn. I haven't special summoned any of these yet this turn, so I get to actually just go completely ham. So we'll target Elder, and we will target Apelio, because I'll be able to add those cards. I'll be able to add a card, so I'll add Steeds. Actually, I can add Ritual Beast Return as well to further extend, especially since I've got E-Tele, but then I'd have to add Return and a monster, and that would not be the best that there ever was. But so this makes them get pumped even bigger, and then I get to make Ulticona Hawk again, and then I can just shuffle more cards back. So cards to send to the graveyard. So I get to send this, and I get to send Elder's already in grave, and I'm going to put Apelio in grave, because that just seems like the better option here, because I'll be able to do that, and I'll be able to get ambush. These can attack, and then from here I can actually just not lose to my turn ending, please. That would be the number one thing to do, is that I can attack with these, and then I can E-Tele in the battle phase for a win, and win will be beefy. Beefy as fuck is, I believe, the collective term. So I have an OTK here, but even if I don't OTK, I've got Strike, Strike Steeds, and Ambush. And so we're gonna go in for another game, just because let's make this a nice round 3-game thing. I guess I'll just do one video a day, but I'll have it be like 3 games. That seems like something that's very like fine to do. But so starting out his turn with an Allure. Allure is a card I actually don't agree with in standard like PK Fire lists that play like the really low number and count of BAs and PKs. Is that like it's just cycling your cards out, but you're not really gaining anything in terms of options unless you drew multiple monsters. But in his build, I don't know, he's already established that he plays more than one Ragged Gloves, so he could be playing like max numbers of them, and he also could be playing a higher BA count. So there is all of that could be potentials for things to consider. So Allure could actually just be really saucy in his list, depending on what his monster lineup is. Like if things are, you know, supportive of it. But oh, really? Levier instead of Dante first. That's interesting. But he gets a specialist. Oh, he must have a Silent Boots in his hand. That's actually a really cool play. Being able to go Levier. Oh, he's just going to normal summon Ancient Cloak. That's right, he didn't normal summon yet. I'm a dingus. There's no reason for you to make Dante first when you can go Levier. And that way, if I can't answer this Levier through the Fog Blade that he's most definitely going to access because he detached Ragged Gloves, so Ragged Gloves can put Silent Boots in grave, and then that will allow you to. Well, actually, no, he banished it already. It's only once per turn, right? Yeah, it's only once per turn. Okay, so that's interesting. Well, depending on what traps he has in his hand that he knows about, then he could definitely stop my play. And if this Levier goes unanswered, then that means like next turn he's able to banish for the Ragged Gloves and stuff like that, and like just absolutely a huge amount of value. Oh my god, Speed Recovery, this card again, the tech. He's getting me with it. He's just getting me with the spice. I'm not a fan, but I am a fan. That's the thing. Waving my finger, I am a fan. Open double Dante Levier, alright. That's a Farfa. So the thing is whether or not these two cards are relevant cards that can protect his Levier. If one of them is a BA and he can go up into... Oh, wait, what? Didn't he already do this? No, he allured it away, that's right! the entire basis of my thought process was incorrect because he allured this away and then leviated it back. That's insane. That entire string of plays was so good. Oh my god, wow. So yeah, so there's that Searched Fog Blade, which can protect this Leviair inherently. He has a Scarm to make Beatrice. Whoa! So this Beatrice is a Farfa, there's a Fog Blade, and an unconfirmed card that could be a trap down here, and a Tour Guide in hand. So next turn he gets to start his turn with Leviair if it goes unanswered. Oh my god, and it's probably going to go unanswered too, unless I draw literally like Conahawk. Nope. Didn't draw the Conahawk. So what I have to do here is I have to go Sky Cavalry Centauria, of all things, and attack the like Leviair, but that's not going to resolve because Beatrice and Fog Blade. It's just not going to resolve. Like, this is such a dubious thing for me to expect to happen. And I can strike the Leviair, yes, but I can't stop the Tour Guide. So that's the problem. And I've also got to just like determine which one I want to actually kill. But it definitely kind of has to be Leviair, because if I bounce the Beatrice, then he just gets to make it again. And it's guaranteed he's going to make it again because the Dante will fall off, adding a card back to his hand. So there's that. Yeah, man, this hand sucks. This hand sucks booty. But this deck is very strong when it gets to go first, and it doesn't brick. But I think there are some ratios that need to be tweaked around with. I mean, honestly, with this card in the deck, it might actually be worth it to play 3 copies of Spiritual Beast Tamer Winda. Like, beforehand, before this card was released, before this card was announced, it was kind of suspect. It seemed like a one-of. But now with this card, you could just flood your deck full of monsters, and this allows you to access a lot of them. And Winda is basically the best one at that point, even though it doesn't do anything effect-wise to fuel you getting out of the early game faster. It does make the requirements for both names. It is a Spiritual Beast and a Ritual Beast Tamer, so that means that it does combine well with any hand to meld. So I'm definitely going to have to go and do some brewing with this Ritual Beast deck, because like I said previously, I didn't really do a lot of like theorying with this deck. For kicks, I've got to strike this, just because I don't want him to get free cards, like 100% free. Let's not do that. But he's got Tour Guide, so he's got Tour Guide, and what did he add back off of the Dante? He added back Farfa. Oh man, I don't know if I can deal with this. And then Speed Recovery is such an amazing card because he gets to add back the Taka Tomborg. Meaning that now if he makes another Leviair, he gets a special summon Taka Tomborg for free. Speed Recovery is such a fucking cool card. He's been playing this card for weeks. This is like the spicy tech. This card is the nut. You revive Terratop. You revive Terratop, you add back Taka Tomborg. You just do everything with that card. Yeah, see? So now he gets to go Leviair. He gets the Leviair, and he gets to just immediately bring back like one of his banished guys. He just preserves the graph under the Leviair. Gets to bring this back. Leviair is a wind monster, so he gets the special Taka Tomborg, because that fulfills the requirement. And so now he's got 2 rank 3s. Yo! I don't think I've been so happy to be losing, just because I know that the person on the other side of the table is competent in playing the best that he could play. That's such a refreshing feeling. But yeah, like this hand sucks. This deck probably sucks too. Let's be real. Probably gonna have to go back into the brew phase to see what we can do. I'm gonna playtest with it a bit more, and I've definitely got some more videos I want to film. But straight out of the gate, we're going to potentially be changing this list up a lot, because I think that there's some definite room for improvement. Like I've already discussed in this video, like I think the Brain Research Lab plus Oracle of Zephyr package with terraformings is definitely something to consider, because that means that you can do some other things involving being able to normal summon twice, and then also if you need monsters to fulfill the need of Ritual Beast Return, you can Oracle of Zephyra into Zephyr and Pilica. Wind probably needs to be cut down to 2 or 1, because this card really fulfills the need of like Gold Sark being an impactful card. It is another starter card, and it's inherently a little bit superior to Wind because it combines better with a lot of other things than Wind does. So there is that as well. Spiritual Beast Tamer Winda probably goes up to 2 or 3 potentially. The deck just seems like it becomes a lot more monster heavy, and the traps are probably just like the searchable traps and then like strikes. Maybe. I don't know. I think it's maybe like I'm thinking it's maybe like 7 to 8 traps. It's like 3 ambush, 3 steeds, and like warning emptiness, or like warning macro. I think those might be the only traps, because I think the deck really can afford to take a very, very large monster-heavy approach going forward. But regardless, damn, look at this board. Look at these Dantes. He break sorted the Leviair to pop my set ambush, and then made another Dante and milled with it. Man, it feels so good to actually like be playing against someone that I know without a shadow of a doubt. 1 will not leave. 2 has flexible recording times. 3 will play whatever I want, and 4, I mean, we mesh very well together. We're very competent in terms of how we understand each other's playstyles, and so that means that I can actually commentate on things that he's doing, because I'll know the things that he's capable of doing because I've seen him perform those plays before and stuff like that. But anyway, a bit of a longer video because you guys have actually been saying that you wanted to see that sort of thing. So, giving it to you because that's something that people have said in the comments multiple times. That is going to detract from the amount of times I put up 3 videos a day. So definitely take that into account, because I'm definitely not going to be able to put, you know, 2 or 3 videos up a day of me doing these 20-25 minute long videos at a time. So definitely keep that in mind. But if it's something you like, if you want to keep, you know, seeing me play this sort of thing where me and my friend just literally just play like best out of 3 games in like live duel commentary format, then definitely let me know with a big thumbs up on this video. If this video gets a ton of thumbs ups, tons of likes, then I'll know that's what you guys want to see, and I'll keep doing that to the best of my capabilities. But anyway, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the nonsense you usually do. I've already told you basically everything I want to do if you want to continue this sort of video going forward. Other than that, if you like this video, again, give it a big thumbs up. It'll let me know that you want to see more of it in the future. Other than that, if you know some other people that might also like my content, I encourage you to share my videos around. Maybe encourage them to subscribe as well. Helping grow the subscriber base and viewership base of this channel is a fantastic way to show your support, and it will certainly help keep me making content for you to potentially enjoy in the future. If that's something you want, then you know how to help ensure it to happen. But other than that, thank you for your time as usual. Again, let me know if you enjoyed this longer style of video, if you enjoyed the fact that I'm playing against someone who's, you know, competent, something like that. Let me know what you guys think, just in general, all around, in the comments down below. If you have any suggestions for this deck, if you like any of the things that I've suggested for the deck, all that sort of stuff, let me know in the comments down below. But like I've already said, thank you for your time, as per usual. Thanks for watching, and as always, guys, take care.